Baby Boomers to Generation Z. Welcome to the Red Line YouTube channel. The concept of generations is often used to describe broad social and cultural trends associated with different age groups. Defining a generation is a complex task that involves considering various factors such as birth years, historical events, cultural shifts, and shared experiences. Here are some common approaches to defining a generation. 1. Birth years. Generations are often defined by specific birth year ranges. 1. For example, baby boomers are typically considered those born between the mid-1940s and mid-1960s, while millennials are generally born between the early 1980s and mid-1990s. 1. These ranges can vary depending on the source or context. 2. Historical events. Significant historical events can shape a generation's worldview and experiences. 2. For example, baby boomers were influenced by events like the Civil Rights Movement and the Vietnam War, while Generation X was influenced by the Cold War and the rise of personal computers. 2. Identifying key events associated with a particular generation can provide insight into its defining characteristics. 3. Cultural and social shifts. Cultural and social shifts can also contribute to defining a generation. 3. These shifts can include changes in technology, communication, social norms, and attitudes. 3. For example, millennials are often associated with the rise of the internet and social media, which have profoundly impacted their communication patterns and worldview. 4. Shared experiences and values. Generations can be defined by the shared experiences and values that are prevalent within a particular cohort. 4. This can include attitudes towards work, family, education, politics, and social issues. 4. Understanding the common experiences and values of a generation can help in defining its unique characteristics. It's important to note that defining generations is not an exact science, and different sources or experts may have slightly different definitions or boundaries for each generation. Generational characteristics can also evolve over time as new events and influences shape the experiences of younger cohorts. While there is no universally agreed upon definition of generations, here are some commonly recognized generations from the 1960s to 2023. 1. Baby boomers. Born roughly between the mid-1940s and mid-1960s, baby boomers were a large generation that experienced significant social and cultural changes. 1. They witnessed the Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam War, the moon landing, and the rise of counterculture. 2. Generation X. Born roughly between the mid-1960s and early 1980s, Generation X grew up during a time of economic and political uncertainty. 2. They experienced the Cold War, the Watergate scandal, the advent of personal computers, and the rise of MTV. 2. They were often characterized as independent and resilient. 3. Millennials. Generation Y. Born roughly between the early 1980s and mid-1990s, millennials are known for coming of age during the turn of the millennium. 3. They grew up with the internet, witnessed the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and experienced rapid technological advancements. 3. Millennials are often associated with a desire for work-life balance and a focus on social causes. 4. Generation Z, Zoomers. Born roughly between the mid-1990s and early 2010s, Generation Z is the first generation to grow up entirely in the digital age. 4. They are often seen as tech-savvy, diverse, and socially conscious. 4. They witnessed the financial crisis of 2008, the rise of social media, and the impacts of climate change. It's worth noting that the year 2023 is in the near future, and there may not be an established name or consensus on the characteristics of the generation following Generation Z. Generational boundaries and characteristics can vary based on cultural, regional, and societal factors. Thank you for watching the Red Line YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, comment and share what would you like to watch in the upcoming videos.